The title of my poem is 8 by 10, and in it I talked of depression as my roommate. So here it goes. I often walk up to my door and ask what I should do, but end up punching the wood knowing that it will hurt my fist as it obviously would, and then crying. In pain but being happy, telling myself that it's the broken arm making me cry and not my loneliness. Why? Because it's easier for me to wrap a bandage around my broken fist than to look around for people in this town whose minds aren't split between what they want to say and what they actually say and hey. But for those who don't say anything when we want them to, but walk up to our grave with the best speech, people who I reach to tell them how I feel. To tell them that it's not the broken fist that has brought the tears, but all the lonely days and nights that now feel like a million years. People who then quickly turn around, giggle a bit. People whose personalities are so split, who hit their wit on my face in front of other people. And the next second, tell me that things are gonna be okay. People who are rude. People who are rude who make me choose the wood to hit my fist on and cry, and you still ask why, because it's easier for me to convince my brain again and again that it's not its fault and I'm crying. The door that I hit is closed and I'm alone in this room with depression, and don't be too amused, it's not too big of a word that I've used. My room's 8 by 10 and depression still fits right in. Don't ask me how long has it been that I've been this lonely in this city full of people. People who split their memory in important and unimportant quarters and have kept those who need them in the latter. People who are either colorblind or can't see through my glasses, my eyes that are red and my dead hopes to be happy again. People who tell me that depression is different from everyday stresses and how it looks like and it dresses. Have they forgotten that it is my roommate since last December? And depression is in no way like they described it, or looked it in the eye, that is deep like the night sky. It's just like the pollution that you yourself invited and now wanted to leave. I don't want to believe the fact that it is here in this room with me. And see, my friends are on the other side of that door that I just hit my fist on. I say, hey Google, what is the definition of a friend? A friend is a person who's there with you when no one else is. And the one with whom you have a bond of mutual affection. I think for a second, then jump across the room and hug my depression because it is my only friend. It stays with me in this room, in this lonely city full of people. But as the hug tightens, depression gets frightened. It feels the touch of my bandage on its back. The guilt can be seen on its eyes, just like everyone else's eyes are filled with guilt nowadays. It says it feels sorry, but things are not going to be okay till it is in the room. In my room, there are no mirrors. Do not fall for all the fears that crossed my mind whenever I used to watch horror movies at night, in which the person who is alone in a dark, cranky room believes in the presence of an evil, ghostly essence. And then the person who takes up a mirror, looks around and around, he sees the figure invisible otherwise to the human eye. I am afraid of having mirrors and looking at them and finding depression stand right behind myself. I'm afraid of my happiness being snatched away like those dementors sucked Harry's happiness that day on that train to Hogwarts. You see, I have watched Harry Potter and know every spell by heart. Learned them, so if I ever wanted to open my door to go out, I just shout, Aloha Mura, but now I don't. I've realized that being amongst people doesn't make me any less lonely. All it does is make me lock my roommate in my room so people don't see him. You see, depression doesn't know Aloha Mura. But I did forget that it could still set its eyes on me, so it looks at my eyes, then my tears, blames itself and feels the need to leave. So depression unrolls my white bandage and throws it on the ground like boxers throw the white towel when they want to end the round. It pulls the door open, which I've been pushing all this while, and leaves with a take care and a smile. A smile of a person who'd been making me sad, but watching it leave I felt so bad because that smile, you see, was more genuine than those of the people in this town. People whose smiles are fake but make me question myself, why can't I be happy like all of them? It's been 3 days, but I've not opened the curtains because I'm afraid that these people will peek in, and although I care about Earth, I keep all 3 lights on all day because I'm afraid that darkness will return and haunt me, fooling my brain that it's nyctophobia that's wrong with me and not depression. It's like I hit my fist on the door which is already closed to fool my brain that it's the physical pain that hurts, to fool my brain that no hopes are dying and that it's not its fault that I'm crying. I walk up to my door again to close it from this side again. Thank you.